Welcome everyone. Boom baby, Maté talk time. Good to be before you. I came in very cool and calm, but now I'm actually excited to be before you all and hoping everybody is well. My trusty Maté is my companion. Hopefully you have an awesome drink and you can enjoy this Maté talk together. We are on the move. Small drink and then we'll get cracking. On the move because I wanted to share with you testing, new fragrances that I'm testing, and I haven't done it yet. So this is a box that has arrived from Xerjoff. Whoa! I'm looking forward. I mean, look at the amount of self-control that I haven't opened it. Inside there is Torino 23. I was meant to film yesterday with my financier. Didn't get a chance. It was a busy day yesterday, but we're going to film tomorrow. So I will be testing Torino 23. I do look forward. I've been getting mixed responses. Some people are saying not so good. Others are saying amazing. So I look forward to discovering it for myself. I did blind buy this. So I know I've actually just realized that I'm going to give all people who blind buy, they are the Spartans of the frag.com world. When I sort of, as I was writing to somebody who said that they love blind buying, I'm like, it's like a Spartan. You know, they're just bold, brave, go into battle, fearless, not scared about spending money. So anyway, so I've been a Spartan. I only do it once a year when it comes to the Torino, so I look forward to testing that. Who has been testing is my son. This is Farron. Boom, this is us doing our famous jump shots. We love doing our jump shots. Now, I released a 2-minute video, a 2-minute breakdown on the weekend, and I had More Than Words on the counter. I've mentioned before that Farron loves all things Xerjoff. He just has to see the Xerjoff cap, and he's already doing yummy sounds, going, "Oh, I love these guys. I love Xerjoff." Anyway, so he tested on Sunday, and on first spray, he's already like, "Oh my goodness, these people don't make a bad fragrance," and he's expressing his love for the perfume. This was his fragrance of choice yesterday. So he hadn't, apart from spraying it on Sunday, this is the first time he's actually been testing More Than Words. He wore it yesterday as his office fragrance. He has a small office, about 15 to 20 people. Anyway, he came down the driveway yesterday as we were after work, and he's got the swagger. He's got his jacket off, and he's got the swagger coming up the driveway. And he's going, I could hear him going, compliments, compliments, just getting compliments. And anyway, he walks into the house and he's like, compliments, compliments. And I'm like, and I already knew where, I didn't know whether he had or hadn't sprayed More Than Words, but I already knew where this was going. And I said, "Oh, did you use More Than Words?" He goes, "Nothing but compliments from this fragrance." He said that they were in, so apart from all throughout the day, people going, "Wow, you smell really good, brother." He said that they had a board meeting together. Somebody came in late to that board meeting. As soon as they walked in, they're like, "Whoa, somebody's perfume smells amazing." A few people said, "Yeah, that's me." Farron, in absolute confidence and cockiness, he said, It's me." The guy walked up to him, smelt, and said, "My man, it is you." So, if you want to know more, this is the fragrance that has been tested throughout my family and home. More Than Words. Have a look at the 2-minute breakdown. You'll get a better understanding of what the fragrance is about. But it is a monster, incredible fragrance. Highly recommend it to everybody. All right, so let me bada bing commence announcements. So this coming Monday, so a week away, we will be doing the NFC Live. This is brand new concept. I'm a little bit nervous because I'm all about making sure everything works well. But yeah, so anyhow, this is going to be happening. These are the dates and times around the world. I'd love you to join. Now, the new concept to this is that I am spotlighting members of the channel. There are 2 members who will be spotlighted. One is a local Aussie man called Max. He's got his own Instagram channel. He loves uncovering new and unique fragrances. So Max will be on there. And also a young man by the name of Mike. He is from the US. So he too will be spotlighted. And what that means is that these members will have a chance to be on screen. We'll be able to hear them and be able to understand some of the new stuff that they're discovering. This whole experience is really about sharing recent loves, things that we've encountered that we've really enjoyed. So look forward to joining, look forward to seeing you guys there. Look forward to reading your comments, because the only two people I'll see will be Max and Mike. But I do look forward to reading your comments, and join us as we set sail on this new concept. Hopefully it all goes well. Now, you asked me the question. I did hear it. How do I become a member, Marcelo? Easy. Go to a desktop. You'll see that there's a join button. By becoming a member, well, one, you support the channel, obviously, but more importantly, I get an opportunity to send you something. So every month I do a raffle. It'll be next week, by the way. So whoever joins in between now and also the existing members that are there, you'll have a chance to get a little gift from me. And the idea is that you tell me the sort of fragrances that you love. I'll go through my little collections that I have when it comes to samples and things of that nature, and I'll make sure to send it anywhere around the world. So it doesn't matter where it is. $4, all of this for only $4. Now, because it's going to be my 100th episode, I didn't think I was going to last 10. Maté talk when I first came up with the concept. Anyway, more on that next week because I'm on a timer right now. I'm going to do 2 promos. All right, so 2 people will have the chance to be drawn out of the spinning wheel. I'll spin twice. Now, there are 2 prizes to go, plus the extra sample. So you still tell me what you want. I will include an additional samples, but somebody will, the first person to come out of that barrel, you'll have the chance to win the Mortal Skin. It's a 7 ml travel size by Stefano Luca. And then there is the 10 ml Gold Immortelle. Glorious. This is gorgeous. I like this one. It's a bit more musky. I love this one because it's ambery wood. I mean, it's all the stuff that I really enjoy in a fragrance. But anyway, both of these will be up for grabs. We'll do 2 spins, and then you tell me also what you like, and I'll make sure to include a nice little parcel of goodies. Look at these people. These are the gangsters. So you'll see that as you become a member, you'll get a colored icon. The first colored icon is a yellow, and then it sort of migrates. Eventually, it goes to a yellow with a red star. These are the ultimate gangsters. But what I'm going to do next week also, so there's actually going to be 3 spins. 2 spins will be for everybody. Everybody will be in that mix. And then the 3rd spin, I'm going to do this as a giveaway. This is Une Nuit Nomade. I am a huge fan, French house. They've got some incredible fragrances. They're brand new to, well, they're newish to the niche game. Really well thought out everything. I mean, their presentation, their fragrances, the whole thing, the whole experience is amazing. And these will be for my gangsters. So anybody red and above, because red is at 6 months. So anybody red and above, you'll go into a separate spin. We'll do a separate spin. And you'll have a chance to win this incredible gift set from Une Nuit Nomade. Anywhere in the world, I'll get it shipped out to you. Why? Because it's my 100th, and we need to celebrate in some way. Come on. All right, last one, KM Tours. So look out for this weekend. Kevin and I have been doing some filming. We are doing the official launch of Kmfragrance Tours. We've got some, you guys have been hearing me talking about the France tour that we're doing in September. If you're not aware of what that is, have a look at the link here, or have a look at, this is the web address, but if you look below, you'll see that there is a link. Now, that'll take you to the website. You can have a look at more detail on that. It is a limited spot experience, so we are only selling a set number of seats, essentially. We're already half full, which is so incredible considering that this Sunday is actually our official launch of the website. But we've already sold half the tour, which is great news. So if you are interested in something that is absolute luxury bespoke and very centered on travel, on perfumery, on discovering amazing things, then check this out. We also will be announcing some extra things. Maybe something about 2025. So have a look this Sunday. We've created a promo video just explaining, I guess, the philosophy, what we're trying to achieve, and the scope of this new fragrance tour that we're doing. Boom! Announcements completed. Sorry about that. I wasn't sure whether the camera was recording. I need a new camera. End of story. So I am putting it to my financier to allow me to buy a brand new camera so that I can start shooting these in 4K as opposed to HD. Anyway, so I had this message come through from a subscriber called Keys. Keys, thank you for reaching out. And the question was, am I familiar with Goldfield and Banks? I think the fragrance is called Desert Wood. Oh, it's right here. This one. I don't have it in my collection, hence why I'm like hesitating. So it's not one that's in my collection. I did have a look at some of the notes. And one thing that Keys mentioned in his comments is that he loves woody vanilla style fragrances. So in I guess acknowledgement of you, Keys, and the fact that you love woody vanillas, which I do too, and I'm going to say that a lot of people are in love with this particular scent profile. What I want to do today is bring forward or put forward 6 fragrances that I absolutely love that have this kind of rhythm to them. Now, I'm not, so just so everybody knows, I'm not trying to find the equivalent to the Goldfield and Banks fragrance. What I'm wanting to do is that if you like that and you like some of the elements of that, then these fragrances will also hit the mark for you, and I'll tell you why. What are the different reasons? The first one, if you like vanilla and woody accented fragrances, for me, this baby here is first on the list. This is not a woody amber or oriental style fragrance. If anything, I think it falls more into like a dry wood sort of category. I also love the fact that it does use a vanilla note in it, but it's not gourmand. Normally when we include vanilla in fragrances, they do have a creamy sort of gourmand sweetness to it. In actual fact, this is a really dry fragrance, very woody in its character. It uses Palo Santo or guaiac wood as its one of the components in the base. However, the vanilla is from Madagascar, and that vanilla note is divine. I have read some people going, it's not a great fragrance. I don't know what they're experiencing. For me, this is spectacular, and no matter who I show. Recently, I shot another Baby What's Your Name? Baby What's Your Name? Sorry, I love when I even do this off camera. Whenever I say those words, Baby What's Your Name? I do it with that much emotion. Anyway, so we shot a new, Baby What's Your Name? With a young man who's 17 years old. He's already incredible at detecting notes. He has already at such a young age. His mother wants to hurt me because this boy is going to work, making money, spending his money on perfume. Anyway, we did a baby, and he fell in love. He could not stop talking about this one here. I've shown this to many people. It's a big hitter. In my books, the difference is, as I mentioned, it's not a warm, ambery fragrance. It definitely is a lot more dry woods, a lot, not brighter, but a lot more woody in its character, but with that beautiful vanilla accent. Glorious fragrance. I didn't spray it, so I've got fragrances on me. The reason being is that this fragrance is potent. It'll go through walls, okay? It'll hang around for days. So if you want a good, strong, powerful fragrance, vanilla powder is the one, everybody. All right, the next one is, I did spray this one. So I want to stay in this woody accented place. And this is one that I think maybe goes a little bit under the radar. This is BOIS, well, the whole house does personally. BOIS 1920 have some beautiful, beautiful fragrances. I think they're very accessible when it comes to price points. I also feel that their power, the longevity and sillage, all those components, all the things that we sort of love in a fragrance, they have that in abundance. This one here is Cannabis Dolce. I am not a fan of the green cannabis note. I find that it's very, I always say the wrong word. Here we go, ready? Pungent, no, pungent. I always say pungent, whatever. It's very pungent. It almost gets up my nose, and here it is magical. So what's happened here on opening, you're getting this incredible black pepper with like a chocolate note. There's something, oh, pimiento, this, hold on, sorry. Pimientos, has a spiciness to it. The opening of this fragrance, you fall in love. There's a spiciness in there. There's a woodiness component to it, and here that cannabis note works magic. The slight greenness that, because cannabis can, well, to my nose, it has a bit of a skanky kind of smell to it. Well, that component of the cannabis blends in with these other pieces pure magic. I mean, really, this is a glorious fragrance. Works well in summer, beautiful in winter, just an easy all year round fragrance. Unlike, so where vanilla powder is, punching through walls, this one here is more on the moderate to low. It never becomes a body scent in any way. There is presence to the fragrance, but it's not a big pusher or anything of that nature. Glorious over winter, just a heads up. This is fantastic, spectacular over winter. Now, when it does dry down, like I said, pure magic. When it does dry down, that vanilla note begins to emerge a lot clearer. There is a woody facet to it, but that greenness from the cannabis remains in the fragrance. And it's very, I love the evolution of this fragrance. I love the way it dances around. I love its opening, love the mid part of the fragrance, and finally, I do love the dry down. It's not overtly sweet, even though it has dolce in the name. So this is not a gourmand fragrance at all. Very dry also. Vanilla, woody, just gorgeous. Just really, if anything, I know that fragrances are masculine and feminine, blah, blah, blah. Anybody can wear anything. It does have a bit more masculine energy to it. So I feel that the woods and those pimiento and those spicy notes, the black pepper tends to lean well, a un hombre, a un macho. Okay, let me just take a small drink. All right, talking about macho, soy hombre. Not that a woman can't wear this, but it is definitely, this is another one I didn't spray. It is definitely a powerhouse fragrance. This one here, I mean, similar to the bottle, it's very commanding, it's very powerful. It's glorious as a winter. Those other two that I shared before, you can comfortably do it over summer. I have not worn this on summer, during summer. The opening notes of that ginger and cardamom, the spiciness of that, then in the base, a complexity of notes with the incense, with, I think there's like cypriol, and there is, I think there might be even oud in here. It's super complex. Vanilla from, this time around, from bourbon, and the vanilla tonka combination, not tonka, tobacco, the vanilla tobacco combination, along with those early spices of ginger and cardamom. Man, she's glorious. This baby is divine, divine. Such a beautiful fragrance, such a just so rounded, so many facets to it also, so many evolutions on it, but a winter fragrance. So now, Keys, you mentioned that you love the Goldfield and Banks. I would say try this baby out. So that it's now probably a little bit more similar in that it's much more of an ambery, oriental, woody fragrance with that vanilla accent, but boom, commanding and super potent and powerful. All right, let me move on. Doing well, I believe. All right, the next one, I would like to now slow it down. All right, so we've gone from these heavy woody ambers with the vanilla accent to it. Let me bring it, excuse me, sorry about that. Let me bring it into a bit more of a lighter place. Fragrance du Bois, love this one. Secret Tryst gets not a lot of airplay. Some people I have read, they're saying, well, it's just a body scent. I disagree completely. I feel like this baby here can be very deceiving. It's never gonna be a room filler. So it's not gonna be a Boundless by AMOUGE, but it does have presence. It has great projection on it. I feel that the sillage on this is prevalent. You can actually detect it, but the answer of the fragrance is all in the name. It is a secret tryst. So I guess for me, the idea is that, as a husband or a wife, you've invited your partner out for dinner. Kids have been taken care of by your mother, so you don't have to worry about the babysitting. Near the end of the meal, you push across this key that is to a beautiful hotel in the city. You give that your partner a wink and that sly glint in your eye, and you know that you're about to get up to an incredible amount of fun with this secret tryst. So this is the fragrance. The idea behind it is that it is a romantic, intimate, a chance to be in a sensual moment with somebody. I don't recommend you wear it as your fragrance for the office. I think this is something that works beautifully as a date night or as a fragrance to be with somebody. So I sprayed it early. Okay, so what I love about this fragrance is, again, the complexity, the way this thing opens and moves and dances. It has saffron, and saffron in the opening. Saffron can sometimes be a little bit leather-like. Here, incredibly, it's been really toned down, but in its place, I'm getting more of a spicier component to it. I think there's even cardamom. Actually, I'll put it here. I could be wrong. But I know that there is another spicy note in there, and this beautiful blend. Then all of a sudden, this rose begins to emerge, and it's this wonderful, gentle rose, and eventually you're getting these woods and vanillas coming through in the base. There are things like vetiver and patchouli, which tend to have a very, in most cases, a very prominent place in a fragrance. You never detect those. They are so just wonderfully blended, very subtle in the background. If anything that comes forward is more that rose, floral, jasmine component with that vanilla and slight woods. Glorious. Glorious as a fragrance to be close with somebody. I'm deep in the dry down now. I'm getting this beautiful vanilla rose coming through. A slight woody touch to it. A big fan. For me, long lasting. It lasts all day, so 8+ hours. But as a beautiful going out fragrance, Secret Tryst, I would recommend to you. All right, let me take a small drink. Boom, boom. I wrote there, perfume for lovers. So that one there, and that's what I was trying to say before, I think, is just a perfume for lovers. Boys. So if you do happen to do that little, so you go out for dinner and then, surprise with a hotel room and enjoy a wonderful weekend. Make sure that obviously your mother is taking care of the kids over the weekend or over the night. In the bag that you pack, the overnight bag that you've secretly packed for your wife, make sure you bring makeup remover. I'm just saying, all right? Maybe there might be some experience in this, but a makeup remover makes the evening go so much smoother. And then the next morning, it's not like those who've seen the movie The Ring, you're not waking up to something. No, that's not true. My wife looks perfect and glorious as she goes to bed and then wakes up. She's, it's like in those movies where the hair is perfectly placed on the pillow with curls, and then, I always love when they do that, and you're like, wow, if everybody looked as good as that, bada bing, we wouldn't need makeup. All right, boom, let me move on. So the next one, all right, this is another big hitter. This is by Bond No. 9, a US company based in New York. I love these guys because they give respect to all the different streets or locations throughout New York. As a traveler, I love getting mementos and I love getting something back from a location. So Bond No. 9, you go to New York, you get your favorite fragrance from your favorite area that you've just fallen in love with. This one is Lafayette. I love this so again, vanilla woods is the theme, but I love this for its brightness, its joy, and its happiness in the actual fragrance itself. Where the other ones that I've shared maybe have sometimes woody vanilla, makes you think more sort of ambery, oriental, a bit heavier, more for winter. Lafayette is glorious over summer. It does have that vanilla woody accent, but it has this beautiful green apple, which is almost crisp. It has like a crispness to it, stays throughout the fragrance. This fragrance here is the compliment getter that you're likely to wear. So a few experiences. One of my editors cannot get enough of this fragrance. So we have a library system where they can borrow different fragrances. This is one that reluctantly she returns and rotates back in, puts it back into the system. Recently we went out as a family on a getaway. I always like bringing fragrances so that we can all use. This was the biggest hitter of the lot. Everybody was always wearing Lafayette, and then compliments all around. It was, oh wow, what are you wearing now, Lafayette? So this baby here is glorious. The only thing about this fragrance is that it is a little bit where like Secret Tryst and some of the others evolve and move and dance and all the, have this evolution. I find that Lafayette, not that it's linear, because it does start off in a very particular place. It does dry down from there, but it's I guess its energy remains very consistent. So it's always going to be fruity, citrusy, fun, bright fragrance from the beginning all the way through to the end. Wearing it right here, I'm still detecting the earlier crisp apple note that's in there, a little bit of citrus, now with a bit more vanilla coming through and the slight wood. It's not a heavy woody fragrance. It's a happiness, it's a happiness fragrance, it's a summer fragrance, but big recommendation, I do love Lafayette. Last one, boom, 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 and that's BDK. Now this one here doesn't get, it's another one that I feel that, you know, doesn't get a lot of love. I think from what I've seen is that it has a very distinct, or people comment that it has a very distinct almond note, and it's true. If you don't like almond, sometimes almond can be a bit more on the creamier side. It does move into that place, but when it opens, it has a very amaretti. So think Italica by Casa Moratti has a very amaretti, even to the point of being slightly bitter almond scent profile to it. It does move away from that. So give it 15, 20 minutes. It does come off that level there. What it settles down to is this beautiful, so there is orange blossom in that beginning, but I think that almond gives it this creaminess all the way through the fragrance. The name is Velvet Tonka, and I think the use of the word velvet is correct. That sort of suppleness, that, you know, that beautiful texture that velvet has, the way that it sort of moves, and I guess it gives you the perception of creaminess. That's what this fragrance is all about. It does have a very beautiful, clear vanilla note coming through, but now, as I said, mixed in with the orange blossom. It has a thing called amberwood, which is a constructed note, but that gives you the idea of the type of scent profile that it has, meaning that it's ambery, there is a warmth to it, but it also does have some woody characteristics. Longevity is awesome. I feel like the Velvet Tonka has great staying power on me, 7+ hours. I feel like the projection isn't huge on it. Again, it's a moderate to low, never a body. It's very discernible, and you can, well, I enjoy wearing it. I mean, for me, if anything, maybe this one leans a little bit more on the floral. I think it's because of those white florals, orange blossoms, so it does have a much more gentle sort of touch to it, but works well on a man. But I think it also would, not I think, it would also be amazing on a woman. Boom, that's the end of it. Oof. I am sweating. I was going fast because I want to keep it within that time limit. But there you have it. Vanilla, woody fragrances that I absolutely adore, all very different, all different to one another. Not a vanilla woody, but if you haven't come across, go back to where I started, More Than Words. I don't need to say any more other than go out, check it out. Really, really impressive fragrance. And actually, in a way, there's no notes in it. No notes in it. There's no, because it's joined the club, we don't know what the notes are, but I think there is some vanilla components to it. There's definitely fruity raspberry notes in there, beautiful rose and oud in there. But I think there's some kind of vanilla touch. It does have a sweetness, even all the way through the fragrance. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Bada bing. Thanks everyone. We'll see you guys on the NFC Live, which is in a couple of days, so on Monday. Those who can join, I'd love to see you guys there. Please write in your comments. Make sure that you become a member, because there's some awesome prizes to be won. Obviously these two, along with a whole bunch of other samples. And I'll see you guys all on the next episode, on the next Maté Talk. 100, baby, 100.